Greetings and salutations, Dota fans! It is I, Badger, back for some more League Lads action. It's Season 13 of the playoffs. On the Radiant side, it's Colt of the Big Fry. On the Dire side, it's Polar Ass. Joining me in the commentator's booth, it is the great, logical Dota 2. How are you doing this fine evening?
I'm doing pretty well. Woke up nice and early for once, so that's great.
Unfortunately, now that you've woken up early, you get to go stretch out your sleep schedule because you're staying up nice and late because we have best of three on our hands.
Oh no. Oh no. This is early. This is early. I've been going to sleep at like 4 a.m. recently. It's not a good look.
What can you do sometimes? What can you do? Speaking of what can you do, we're not in playoffs because we suck.
Yeah. If we were in the other group, we could have made it.
You sure about
Saw
that?
that. Yeah. Well, I think so.
Have you seen the way
I mean,
the other groups whooping their ass in playoffs? They're like
I
3-1 in playoffs.
yeah. I mean, just like record wise.
You have like 5 wins. What do you mean?
No, we have 6 wins, and we could have had 7 and 8 if we didn't forfeit because we couldn't make it.
Fair. We could. Things to brag about. We could have had 7 wins.
Yeah.
But we do have we do have some very fun teams on our hands. We have on the Radiant side your former teammate wife from last season. He's captaining a team, and again they made playoffs, upper bracket in the from the R group. They are here taking on Polar Ass from the Salty Spittoon, and Polar Ass ended up being stuck with this matchup. The 1 seed in Spittoon did not want to play this team. They did not want to play seed. They did not want to play off. They said, you know what? We're dodging. Give them the Polar Ass, and that's how we got here.
Yeah. I mean, we probably know a good bit about the Cult of the Big Fry because that was the one team that we 2-0'd, I think.
This is true. This is true. I was not there for it, but it's true.
Oh yeah, you weren't there for it.
Was the Before the Swarm series? What happened in that series? Anyways, I was not there for that.
I think both games were like 60 minutes long. Oh, I remember now. One of them, I was Timbersaw, and then the game just went 60 minutes long, and then I started killing people. And then the other one, off he like messed up and died because he was like clicking the Lotus, and he had the bug where you like can't channel it; it just like keeps restarting the channel. And so then we killed him, and then he TP'd back to lane, and then he canceled his TP by accident, and he was Ricky, so he couldn't actually like farm. So then we just like won that game eventually because we had Medusa and they had Ricky who was like 3K net at 10, and then
What
yeah,
can you
that's how we
do?
won.
What can you
So,
do?
they got Gyrocopter though. I already kind of like Cult of the Big Fives draft more. I mean, this is like different patch compared to that time, so that's different. Also, I mean, I'm pretty sure Cult of the Big Five have gotten way better because we're like the bottom of 5 teams in this tournament by far. So I'm sure they've come a long way since getting 2 out by us, seeing as they're upper bracket now.
We're all the way in the bottom 6, not just bottom 5.
Is it? I mean, do you want to count the disbanded teams?
Yes,
Okay.
absolutely.
Okay, yeah. Well, so yeah. I mean, objectively, we're bottom 6 because we're not in the tournament anymore.
But
Well, I mean,
I mean,
okay.
there's a Venture on Polar Ass though. Isn't this Venture also super good right now?
Yeah, it is. It is pretty good, but I think Gyrocopter is like a whole beast of its own. That hero is just like especially in lads. I think it's like very easy gameplay and very easy to execute. I like to see them ban Drow Ranger. I think that's Gyrocopter's biggest counter. Alright, they ban AA, which is like kind of similar, but I don't really think AA is as big of a deal. Yeah, probably talking about the drafts more. All these bans kind of make sense. I'm trying to think if there's anything massive that has been left in the pool. There's like Invoker. Wife doesn't play it though. Whole City used to play Cossack's Invoker, I remember. I'm surprised they haven't picked that. Maybe we'll pick it now.
I'm not too shocked. Again, these are just very good brawly heroes. I think both these teams did a pretty good job of like respect banning out other players here. I mean, you look at these Radiant bans, Pangolier, Earthshaker, Doom. You could tell they have specific players in mind when they ban these heroes. Since they Polarized think the Cult of the Big Fry want to super stack up a gyrocopter with like stuff, they ban out the IO, they ban out the Legion. And again, maybe they just want some heal hero. They banned out AA, which indicates they want some kind of heal hero to hero
I don't
gyrocopter.
know. You don't necessarily even need a heal here. I think that's just the way that Gyrocopter plays. Drow Ranger, Doom, AA are like the three biggest counters. I mean, AA, I'd say less so. But just any hero that can stop your like Satanic Axial is a big deal. Or they give Warlock, yeah, that hero's also really silly. I guess that
That's
is.
a heal.
I mean, that's pretty big. That hero doesn't heal people anymore. You heave and you Fatal Bonds. I think Polaris might pick like a Brewmaster. I was thinking about that. I was like looking at some of their drafts earlier. Did a little bit of prep at like 7:30, and close to like 750 actually. But I saw that Filsky plays Brewmaster, and personally, I think that hero is an abomination right now. I think this is like the most unfun hero to just like have in the Dota game, and it's good against Gyrocopter, and it's just like a broken hero in general. Works well with Venge also, in my opinion. So I would not be surprised to see them pick up a Brewmaster here.
And you are completely correct. Snap. Actually, I wouldn't say Snap Pick Brewmaster, but it is Brewmaster
They gave it a
and
second. Yeah.
Lich. This is a scary 3-man combo because this is very, yeah, it's a lot of damage reduction. It's a lot of early active heroes. You could do a lot with this trio of heroes here.
Yeah, they are lacking a stun. I'll say, like it's a little bit hard to get a stun out of your one or your two position. Like except for Sven, I'd say is like the only hero that I think is really good, both against Gyro and just for having a stun. But if you like don't have a really hard lockdown between your 3, 4, 5, then it can be hard to like kill heroes after they get BKBs. Because like you're not gonna kill a hero before they get their BKB off in just like a lich duration. Maybe you can do like lich pull into venge stun, but even still, that's like suspect. In my opinion, it's just like so much easier to play play Dota when you have one hero that just like stuns people. That's why I think Earthshaker especially is like such a broken hero right now, and I'm happy to see that they ban it. I know whole city plays it, and this is like the one Earthshaker mid patch where it's finally just absolutely bullshit broken. And on top of being absolutely bullshit broken, it makes the game so much easier to play because you can always kill someone the entire game just by blink echo chains.
You know, Shaker Mid's kind of like the cicadas, where like every couple of years it'll just pop up. It's like, hey, super obnoxious for a summer, and then it'll just be dormant again for like 7 years. And
Yeah, TI
Shaker Mid's
patch.
back.
Yeah, they had to bring it back for TI. Okay, what are they gonna pick? Okay, yeah, this is like a insanely good Invoker game. If they don't pick it, then I'm just gonna assume the whole city doesn't play it anymore. They are missing a stun though, so I guess I could see Sven also being good here. I think both of those heroes are good picks. You can stun and run away from the Primal Beast, eat down these two supports. You give Warcry for Flat Cannon, helps your subs out a little bit. You also don't mind the Gyrocopter matchup.
I feel like Sonagod's probably thinking either Drow or Dusa. Just knowing the way he
Oh yeah,
plays,
there's
one of the two is thinking it. You were
okay,
right though. It is the Sven you mentioned. You know, lack of stuns. You mentioned Sven has a stun. Lo and behold, yeah, you've been on point with the draft prediction again. You've been, and you called the brew. You called the Sven. It's again, you've been on point.
yeah, the Drow actually, I forgot that I was talking about something. Drow would have been good also, I think, but it is definitely a little bit hard to play, especially into a group stroke Primal Beast lane. Lich is like pretty good against Primal, but it's not incredible. Like early levels of E, it's a lot better at killing people than it is holding them back. And like you have a little bit of slow. I think pretty sure Q does move speed slow, not just attack speed slow, but like that's not that much slow compared to like Crystal Maiden, something like that. I'm not saying that hero's amazing, but it's good against Primal.
I'm gonna be real
Yeah.
with you. I don't actually know what the Primal Beast. I mean, I don't really know what they do. They just work. I see it. I'm like, yeah, it just works.
Primal Beast? I was talking about Lich there, but yeah,
Oh,
Primal Beast both.
whoops, my bad.
That's it. Lich Q for sure slows your move speed.
That's
That's
definitely a slow.
embarrassing.
I know what Lich spells do.
Yeah. I don't
Old
know if it's
classic
like
go.
that much though. I think it lasts like a decent bit of time, but it's like a low slow. I think right. I should probably know this. It's 25% for 4 seconds. Okay, so that's like medium duration, medium slow. Actually, that's kind of low, but yeah. I mean, it's like I remember there's always like the mangoes lich meme where the spell just does a lot of damage. It's pretty efficient for trading, so doesn't need to slow that much. All right,
And
Rick.
surely in the world of Lotuses too, you could even just get the
Oh,
Lotus and then use that as well, and just spam out more spells over and over and over again.
Ricky OD. Interesting.
Maybe they know something we don't know.
Yeah, it could be the case.
And the Ricky ban is certainly
Oh,
interesting.
good. Lena.
I like this lone druid ban because I know again,
Yeah,
cultivate
wife.
fry. Sometimes you get you back in the wall. You want your classic old cheese sort of pick. Very comfortable hero. It's like you know what, just ban it out. So you see Alina. What do you grab here as like that counter lane, or do you potentially put a hero like PB mid to counter that?
No, I don't think so. I mean, I don't. Wife didn't want to play out. Maybe he's gotten better at it, but I don't remember him liking Problem Beast. I think Dragonite's one hero that I think of about wife heroes. He yeah, I'd say Dragonite probably looks the best. It's a little bit sad against Avenge because just like a single target disable like that is pretty countered by the Venge flop. But I mean, it's like good. You kind of do need a decent stun for Brewmaster. I guess you have the Grimstroke silence, which is nice. But okay, Kunkka. Yeah, that's.
Interesting.
I used to really hate Kunkka, but I think this hero has gotten better. I think actually the like new change for the Q that they did in 734 is like a surprisingly big buff. I mean, everyone. I think most people were talking about how it affects the Aghanim Scepter, but even just like early on in the lane, it's pretty nice.
We'll say though, this is definitely an interesting draft. I mean, there are a couple heroes you don't necessarily see all that much of, but again, there's some interest. Again, it's gonna be a very high octane game as far as I can tell. A lot of brawling. Certainly gonna be a little bit of farming from the carries, but other than that, there should be some pretty good 4-on-4 action in this game.
Yeah, I like Cult of the Brigflies draft more. Yeah, I think so. Although Polaris does have good heroes, I think. The Kunkka hero is interesting. I see Aoi and like Chopson picking it. Tundra's probably gonna pick it in TI quals. But I mean, that hero's been bad for a while. I really don't like Lena though. I think unless you got some like Giga like wage or like jaw player in the mid lane, I don't think you should pick Lena because if you have like an inconsistent player and they're playing Lena, there's like a really high chance to end up just being a bot.
I will say
'Cause,
I'm interested in seeing if Polaras plays differently tonight without Chalamello, because again they're missing their captain Chelo,
true.
and maybe that lets me in a different game direction. I know it's not necessarily one of those teams where like one player just calls all the shots like some other teams have been, but more of like a team by team shot call thing. But again, it's certainly an interesting player to have missing for your playoffs here. If you had to pick either of these drafts, though, who would you favor here?
I think Radiant still. The Gyrocopter is just extremely easy to win with. I guess Lena is pretty good against Gyro, which is nice, but I still feel like this hero just like farms really fast. I mean, they like first picked it, right? So it doesn't have phenomenal matchups, but even still, I think he should be fine. This is a pretty good
And
nullifier game. I just
I'm trying to decide whether or not I'm going to be contrarian or not. I think I will. On a fair polar ass here. I like this brewmaster. I think Filski is going to have. He's look at me, chat. Filski is confident. He knows he's in a good spot. He's ready to posterize. He's gonna put some kids on a poster, and I'm gonna have a great time casting that. So I'm gonna go polar ass here.
I'll say I also I can. It's pretty close. I was like, honestly, maybe Dire's draft is a little bit better because they're gonna have some trouble killing people.
Yeah,
Dire
we
has like insane amount of damage like reduction mitigation. Lich Shield, Brewmaster, his passive makes it hard to do damage to him. They got Venge Swap, giving the damage reduction. Warcry. Oh, yeah.
if you go back
Percent?
long enough too, like I'm not sure how accurate that is in the modern day, but years ago, Lena was considered like a classical gyro counter where you are online at the exact point where Gyro's still farming. You pop into his lane, you use the Luna Blade combo, you really start to ruin his map presence. Probably not necessarily as true anymore with the larger map and the better gyro farming patterns, but this is a classic gyro counter in that Lena.
Yeah, I mean, especially if he gets off to a good start, which is like a lot of times when you're playing Lena, the like your like lane is like pretty whatever, and you just like try to optimize. I'd like to see Hull City do that. I don't know how capable he is of doing that though. I feel like he always just kind of tries to like brawl pretty hard in the lane. What's it called? Bench can edge man.
Sounds like a reload to me if I've ever seen one. But I will say, this is going to be an interesting mill lane. There are a number of like these borderline 8K, 8K sort of mids and lads. Neither of the mids tonight's are that. You have wife who's okay. Is wife 6K or 5K? Do we know if wife's 6K or 5K?
Uh, this is Divine. I'm pretty sure Divine 5.
And then Whole City is in the perennial struggle between 5K and 6K as well. So it's certainly going to be off of an MMR logic. It's certainly an interesting middle internet. We are still paused though. We're once again still disconnected. I believe we were looking for a solution to an edge pan bug for Fox playing Vengeful Spirit. So, and if you're a fan of pauses, you are in the perfect spot right now. And we are back. Hopefully, we can watch Dota 2, and that's a G. We will be good to go if you are just joining us. Welcome to some playoff action for Season 13 of League of Legends. Polar on the Dire side, Colton the Big Fry on the Radiant side, me and legendary Logical Dota 2 on the mic. Seems like we will not see any pre-horn action. Radiant set up in their jungle, Dire in their jungle. Likely we'll end up seeing two instable sides. Crazy pre.
Seems like it. In the lanes, though, I think honestly all these lanes are like pretty interesting. I would say maybe they can. If Radiant is like, I don't know how good their synergy is, or like how good they are at just like executing game plans in lane, but I think you could like pretty quickly make this bottom lane just like impossible for Dire to pressure you. Like you can just shove it every single lane with Fatal Bonds plus Flat Cannon, and then just like pull a side cam on the Warlock, and the Gyrocopter is like guaranteed like 5.5k net at 10 because there's just never creeps for Dire to fight with.
That is going to be the goal, of course, is just make sure your gyrocopter can hit those gyrocopter timings. And gyro, as we've seen, certainly with games that you've played and other carriers and lads this season, great hero farming in isolation. Get this hero off to a good start, and there's just so many creeps to farm. There are so many camps to farm. There's a lot of space to say hit that great gyrocopter timing.
Surprised Fox got stunned level 1 because there was like no level 1 action.
I mean, it's a range creep secure thing, potentially.
It's worse than W at range creep securing, but I think it's just. Yeah, I'm not sure.
I guess you're right, actually. It's only 5 damage difference. Huh.
It's just like a comfort thing, probably. The mid lane, wife's taken 1 billion damage. I think. Just got outplayed the first wave I wasn't watching, I was watching bottom.
Yeah, so was I. Luckily for Wife, he's playing the Kunkka, and that hero has about 2 billion HP, so you take 1 billion damage, you still have 1 billion more HP to work with, so problem solved. We're to top lane. There to see First Blood, it appears. Microfry will salve up and survive, so no First Blood quite yet. Bottom lane as well, Fox is quite low, so we are on First Blood watch. Hopefully, for our sake, we do not miss the First Blood of my casting in playoffs. But we shall see. It would not be a Badger cast if 1 kill was not missed sometime, somewhere. Especially First Blood. Over to bottom lane, stun from Fox. She's on the run. Missile on the way from off. Flat can't activated. Fox is low, but still not quite dead. People was used, but there's a little bit shortage of damage in the bottom lane.
It feels good to be this good.
I guess Sonagod's feeling pretty confident, because usually when Sonagod's confident, he all chats that exact line over and over again, so... if nothing else, he's in good spirits.
Does seem so. They use like a lot of resources in Dire, but they got like a ton of HP on Radiant for the top lane.
I guess that's how it goes sometimes with these very tanky strength heroes. It's like you try to hit them and then they're just fine. Just have more HP to work with. Yeah, the name of the game. In multiple lanes it appears. I am petrified that I'm going to miss First Blood. It's coming. There's so many injured heroes in the game right now. This would be a Bloodseeker's paradise, but suppose
I'd
not quite
imagine
yet.
it's not in the bottom lane just because of the way that Radiant's playing it. They are just playing to like giga optimize the Gyrocopter's money.
Wait a minute, stun on off, never mind, Fatal Bonds, you were right. I don't even know why I'm watching this lane at this point. This Fatal Bonds plus the flat cannon, that's a good bit of damage, but not quite enough for the kill. And we are disconnected. Pause counter 3. We delayed the series by an hour, and now we've paused 3 times. If you're a fan of getting things over and done with, you're in the wrong place right now. Anything pop out to you so far, laning phase, or is this just, relatively standard lane as you would expect, at least for a game of this level?
Yeah, I wouldn't say there's anything spectacular happening. I think Dire played top lane pretty well though, like level 1, just like running and doing as much damage as possible. It's gonna get hard now though a little bit, especially when Grimstrick gets 3.
Mid lane, there's a non-zero chance Whole City's gonna get first blood here. He is just doing so much damage right now.
He is out of mana right now, but yeah, I mean he's really rich. Maybe this lane is like, I think this lane used to be pretty even, but maybe it's just like Lina favored now, since the hero got a couple buffs, especially in lane.
Over
With,
the
like,
top lane, we will see our first blood at long last. Microfry uses the stick. There's no way he lives here, right? And that'll be first blood going to 80 on the Lich. You were saying?
That was pretty close. No, yeah, Lina's a lot better in lane. That was a really close kill. Honestly, I thought he might live the Lich auto attack. I guess this hero hits for 61 at 3. That's kind of surprising.
He's got the branches. He's built to do exactly
a lot of
that.
in-game. I did not know this hero had this much in-game, actually. Like almost 4. It's 4 damage a level, pretty much.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
It feels good to be this good.
The whole city, level 5. If Whole City can get a big rune here, that could be what they need to shut up the gyro down here, correct?
Yeah. I mean, honestly, like, more than a rune is good, you just need, like, any kind of opportunity. So, like, Radiant, they're, like, playing this lane pretty far up. So even just, like, if they try to, like, pressure too aggressively and then they get, like, stunned into Brewmaster cells, then Lina can just, like, TP and run them down.
As you say that, he's literally under the Dire T1 tower, so perhaps that may ring true once Whole City finds the opportunity, but again, it's a little bit too early. We'll have to come back for that one in a few minutes. Or the top lane, the Inkswell stun. Will actually hit on Sonagod. That he's not all that damage, so he's fine. Rafilski's just running the fountain, not happy right now. He's like
missing a lot of CS on Gyro, but they're just like doing everything they can to just like spam the lane off cooldown. He started with the Bastion Warlock, I'm pretty sure. Or Sage's Mask at least. You can see the Warlock has 10 CS, which is like kind of a lot.
I suppose they're thinking as long as Brewmaster has less CS, then it's still a 1 lane. Gyro can recover later on with all the camps, but...
Yeah, I mean, it's not like Gyro's doing badly either. This guy's gonna get like a 6-minute Chrysalis, which is like pretty decent, especially with no boots.
Okay, one more stun bottom lane off. We'll be absolutely fine. I don't even know why I bother saying that, but he's fine. Over to mid lane, meanwhile, Whole City is level 6. If he lands an LSA, there is a kill in the works. We're seeing supports brawl on the west side. Microfry on 80. 80 secures the Invis rune for Agent 07. Speaking of Agent 07, Mr. Whole City is going in for Microfry. Torrent will hit on both, however. Fantastic from Wife. Allows Microfry to survive. He's probably fine anyways, but with the Torrent, 100% alive.
Yeah, Whole City's game is really good. I don't really like how he used that rune, but he's like pretty rich. Hasn't had to buy any items. He just like won the first wave too hard, so now it's pretty hard. I'm honestly like, now the Kunkka pick is like looks kind of bad. I think because the whole like a big part of this hero is just like doing well in your lane, and then you're like really strong. So like normally you hit level 7 like around now, and you can like show up in a lane, and then you do like 250 damage every 4 seconds with Tidebringer. You can get a killed boat. But I mean, Wife's just gonna have to like catch up now and like have to react. Top lane.
Yeah, top lane will be Wisdom Rune secured by Microfry. 80 will TP away just in time, though. It was to the bottom lane, so he's still walking his way all the way to the fountain, but it will end up being one Wisdom Rune to both teams. Nobody too happy, nobody too upset. So we are on Gyro Roch right now. He has a Magic Wand, Quelling Blade, and a Crystallis. Is this the build you expected here?
It's like pretty normal. I think most people have started buying treads before going for Crystallis, and some people even buy Falcon Blade nowadays. But I think it's like pretty normal. I wouldn't say this is anything too out of the ordinary. It's like a little outdated. I'm not a. I don't think this is like the perfect items, but I mean he's gonna like farm. This item's amazing for farming still on this hero.
I know you are a big enthusiast on item builds, particularly gyro item builds. This is a perfect question to ask.
Yeah. They should unblock the small camp though. They're like, I say this is kind of smart from the bench. Just like blocking the two camps here and here. Oh, nice. We picked up a ward there. That was maybe suboptimal observer ward placement.
Yeah, could have went maybe over here a little bit deeper, perhaps even like all the way over here on this high ground for seeing this between the T1 and T2. Mid lane though, more importantly, we're going to see a dive against Wife, but it seems like Fox and 80 were just not fast enough. Wife with the fades who's had too much move speed to go down there.
Yeah. That move is like kind of weird, but I sort of understand. If you are able to kill the Kunkka, that's really good, but I don't really think Wife should have died to that. It feels like at his computer screen.
Ooh,
They can look to like
blade
move
off
top or bottom.
has overextended. LSA was sidestepped, but in comes Laguna Blade. He wanted the kill on Filsky under the tower, but instead it's off, simply going down. Over into the top lane, they're going in Persona God in the jungle area beyond that tier 2 tower. So it's both carries dead, both in wildly different circumstances. Both Fox and 80 TP in, look for CD. They want to avenge their Sven. CD's half HP, but he's playing Primal Beast, therefore he's absolutely fine.
I'm surprised Off died like that. That's like crazy to go for that kill. And the brew didn't need to split or anything. It was just a Lina TP, which is like maybe you weren't expecting the Lina TP, but I think that's something you gotta be aware of. Especially when you're playing like this, you should just like play for farm more. I guess that's he like felt like he needed to do more since his camps were getting blocked by the wards. And nice taking ancients with level 3 flak. I mean now he has level 4 flak, but I don't really like the way that he's played that much.
He is number 2 in net worth, but he was number 1 in net worth. That role is now occupied by, well, Whole City 07. So potentially this could be the pop-off game that allows Polras to take a 1-game lead in this winter bracket series. We'll see a minutes 10 Hastener going the way of the Lina. Looking at Dire Vision, they do not see the Gyro, however, so we will not see a free kill for Whole City here.
Yeah. I'm being a little overcritical off, but that's because I think he's like a pretty good player. So expect him to like optimize and kind of like do a lot of the same shit that I do.
Well, over to Whole City, he's hasted and smoked. Lord Lucy is incredibly dead. Dragon Slave will hits. Down goes Warlock. This T1 tower is, never mind, we're going to have to wait for that one, because once again, 80 is disconnected.
Yeah, about Trank Sunbrew, that's kind of interesting. I like it here. I mean, this like urn is extremely standard. I think that Dire's playing pretty well right now. They're gonna get this tower with like Lina right clicks and the Brewmaster threatening split. Yeah.
Well, seems like we're back once again. This T1 tower bottom is probably the direction that Polar Ass headed. They've got the siege unit. They've got 3 heroes in the vicinity, and Radiant are no longer interested in being here. However, if that happens, we'll see a trade of towers. TD has a siege unit top lane as well, so we'll want a tier 1 or tier 1 tower trade.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Dire's top tower is under attack.
Alright, I'm looking at Whole City's item build. This is probably the most interesting thing I'm looking at. Aether Lens, Travels, Ag Shard, Ag Scepter. What's your read on that one?
This is just standard build. This is just a normal build. You should buy a Windlace, but that's the only comment I got. I think this is what everyone buys. You should just buy the shard at 15 because it's like probably like one of the best shards to get at 15 in the game. And yeah, after that, the Ags makes it so you can like one-shot any hero in the game. And then you just like buy mobility, and you buy a Kaya later on because Spell Amp is additive for some reason. So hero has ability to damage.
Huh. A lot of damage.
Yeah, it kills half a Kunkka.
It's like it's not quite enough damage, but I guess every little bit of damage counts sometimes. We did see a D ward towards the middle lane. It indicates the Polar Ass may be headed for that mid T1 tower. And if they can grab that, they will give them, of course, that one tower advantage and give them a decent position to perhaps smoke into the Radiant track camp, smoke into the Radiant jungle. We're seeing that wrap around from 80 right now. Doesn't have an observer ward, but he has the will to fight. He's diving the tower with the Chain Frost. He certainly will die for this, but if he dies in the cause, it'll be worth it. LSA on 2, swap on Kunkka. Wife is stunned, but he has, I believe, a shield rune. In comes the oh no, a huge wombo combo middle lane to bring down both Fox and Whole City. Filsky is silenced. He cannot use his primal split. He will go down. That'll be a 3-for-1, turning into a 4-for-1 when 80 goes down on the Lich. He's slowed. He's being run down, and he's brought down. Triple kill for the Warlock of Lord Lucy. A fantastic team fight win middle lane by the side of Colt of the Big Fry.
I didn't even see how that fight went so bad. They just like get fatal bonded. I was watching like the lower end. The chain
Everything. Bonds. We got soul binds, fatal bonds, warlock ulti, just chuck it all in there, annihilating the Venge and the Lina there. And again, I think the chain of stuns there from Lina and Venge was not ideal either.
Yeah, I mean, it is a little early to try to go for these 5-on-5s. I say Radiant has like insane team fight where they can just literally throw all their spells as they did there. Dyer's like a little bit more single target based, I'd say, with their heroes, and they end up doing a lot more damage, but early on, like especially if you clump, Radiant is pretty strong.
We are once again back for another tier 1 tower siege. Seems like we have another 4-on-4 coming, everyone but actually Primal Beast is not there, so it might end up being more of a 3-on-4 instead though. Again, CD can arrive to the fight if he wants to, and Polar Ass actually disengaging right now.
CT's build is pretty interesting. Just going phase boots into bearing drums. I feel like this is not good, to be honest, but I know that they play a lot of Primal Beasts, so probably know something I don't. I know bearing gives you like a lot of damage because you become unslowable for a little bit. So maybe that's the idea against Brewmaster Lich. But I mean, like probably need a bar at this point, or like at some point in the game.
That is now in the quick buy. It's going to be bearing in the bar. Assuming he sticks to his item though. Over to mid lane though. Well, we got some fun on our hands. Seems like 80's having a fun time with a neutral Centaur Conqueror. But other than that, we are seeing, again, more wards get placed. More Watchers get grounded. It's a bit of still a standoff mid lane.
Yeah, I don't think this is really good by Dire. I think they're wasting a lot of time. And it's going to get a free kill on 80 right now. Oh, never mind. They're not going to commit for it.
Yeah, looking at Radiant Vision makes more sense. They literally saw nobody but Lich. It's like, you know what? They could be right here killing our ass. So I guess in that case, I'm just going to say right end of safety of their tower area. And not die for a Lich.
Son of God is kind of poor also, I think. I'm just like gunning down all the carries, but...
Wait a whoa, Whole City! I'm not sure what he was doing there at that point, but he absolutely annihilated Microfry. He's TPing away, but that's not going to work. Bit of an overkill, but again, you kill Whole City. It's a massive kill there. It's 2 ultis committed, but before the Lina, it's certainly worth it.
Yeah. Yeah, pretty good. Nice catch by Wave. At this point of the game, this is when Kunkka is really strong, actually, when you have like level 4X and like before people have BKBs. So they should honestly like probably look to be more aggressive even. I guess they're like kind of happy because they're like out farming them, even though they're only taking defensive farm.
You wanted more aggression, and you'll get it mid lane right here, right now. Fox is dead. The Chain Frost, I believe, has ended, and as a result, 80 will have to run away. Wife still wants this kill. Xmark technically might have been in range, but he lacked the vision, but still. That's one more kill mid lane on the Venge. Over to bottom lane, meanwhile, however, CD being gone on Whole City and Sonic. I want the kill, but CD is just too fast. He's got the drums, he's got the phase, he's playing Primal Beast, and he walks away.
Yeah, that's pretty tough.
He's laughing. He's laughing about it, too. He's just laughing about it.
I'm surprised he lived like that. I mean, I knew they didn't have Laguna, but I'm still kind of surprised he lived. I guess actually they're like low damage, and this guy's pretty tanky. He's Primal Beast. That's unfortunate that they like did that play too well. They didn't have Laguna for it.
Bit of a wraparound mid lane by 80, but Whole City and Fox were not quite in range for the follow-up. Again, more wards being placed mid lane. I wish I had a counter of number of wards placed mid this game. It's got to be at least 8. Maybe more than that at this point, but the war to war will continue.
Yeah, I think Dire's kind of sitting around the mid lane too much. They should try to move out and farm like these jungle camps and try to play in side lanes, because unless they're trying to dive them, which they can't really do until they have BKBs, then there's just going to be a Warlock or a Kunkka sitting here, dragging the wave off the tower.
And we're seeing the economic game, as you've alluded to and mentioned multiple times, go the way of Cult of the Big Fry. They, of course, have Mr. Gyrocopter, #1 net worth, but Kunkka and Primal Beast are both doing quite well as well. They're up there with that Lina for like 335 net worth. Speaking of Lina, smoked up mid lane, LSA Laguna plant combo onto Lord Lucy. Warlock gets annihilated, and at long last, Toll City wants this mid T1 tower. It's half HP, but income Wife and Micro Fry off not too far behind. Swamp does not save for now, and in comes the call down. 80 has a Chain Frost, lots of damage comes through, Gyrocopter finds 2 kills, Micro Fry is dead, Fox is dead, triple kill for off, and Mr. #1 net worth gets that much more farmed. Again, strength of numbers there for Cult of the Big Fry. They win one more team fight middle lane.
Yeah. And has to watch out on spend maybe? Or just didn't chip damage out. Yeah, I mean, that's good. Gyrocopter has been like in the same farm rotation for like 11 minutes or something absurd like that. And then he just comes mid and he farms those 3 big creeps also, the Dire Heroes.
Gonna say it's part of his farm rotation. Like, you know what? Get a laner, support heroes, throw it in the rotation. Why not? I can just kill them anyways. I'm Gyrocopter.
Yeah, and that's also to add on to why them just like sticking around the mid lane is like kind of is not very good, because it's like super easy for the gyro to connect, but the Sven has to run like 7 miles to the mid lane if he wants to connect. I mean, I kind of like what they're doing now because he bought Blink on Sven, so you can try to like either like smoke or try to like aggressively kill this Gyrocopter. Because now, like, I mean, he's about to have BKB like in this minute mark, but it would have been good for them to do something before he got this BKB, especially with this Sven Blink time.
Oh, Strength Hero on Strength Hero. The split comes through. Stun comes in on CD. They want to kill the PP. He's being chained. Stun the good blade and brought down. That's 1 dead Primal Beast, and of course they want more. The Brewlings are on the way under that T1 tower. Cyclone on Lord Lucy on the Warlock. Sonagod looks for the follow-up. Stormbolt comes in to stun. And that'll be a dead Warlock. Could not get the open up and up, and in comes the Soulbind. In comes the boat. 1 more Wombo combo coming through. Brewmaster is dead. The Chain Frost is down to the ground, but 3 more kills for Gyrocopter. He's got the big KB, and he wants a 4th kill. Sonagod has Blink in right the hell now. He'll blink out of that one. But again, another win for Cult of the Big Fry. They force out all those cooldowns from Polaras, and Polaras still lose the team fights. And they want 1 more mid lane. Whole City. Ooh, good. Never mind. Good LSA. I'll walk away.
Okay, yeah, another good fight by Radiant. I'm gonna say something silly now, but it makes sense to me. After seeing Radiant just like freely win all these fights, I think Dire outdrafted them now. Cause like I'm like looking at the game state, and I feel like they're like okay, kinda. Cause like they're like made like insanely big mistakes like back to back to back. But if Radiant like doesn't just like take all the outer towers on this Aegis that they're about to get, then the game's gonna get kind of dicey, because then your Lina is gonna have the Ags, is gonna have level 18, and the Gyrocopter has to like be incredibly careful because Lina can just like melt Gyro. So like that I think is like the pinnacle of outdraft, where like if you make like 5 mistakes in a row, you can like still play the game, but then the other team makes 1 and all of a sudden it's like giga unplayable. And I think that's kind of what's gonna happen, because if the Gyrocopter dies like once or twice, then the Sven is going to get shard, and hopefully this guy takes the Warcry armor talent, otherwise that's like insane. Maybe he should have even taken the talent at 10.
You know, but, when you reason it out like that, it sounds a lot less silly. It sounds actually quite logical, no pun intended.
Wow. Yeah. Anyways, Dire, I think they're playing these fights pretty attractively. I'm like surprised. I thought these guys were supposed to be good at taking fights. That's like their whole thing, is they like go into these like late game situations and then they like clutch up in fights.
Because you can't fight from even safer Polaras. Polaras is great defending high ground down like 14k. That's where they win their games, down 14k.
I see. Okay.
They're not down 14k yet.
Okay. Well, Off's got a BKB now, so he's like pretty difficult to kill.
Ooh, CD finds all these dire heroes at the Tormentor. That'll be a dead Vengeful Spirit, and the Tormentor will die the way of Cult of the Big Fry. That's a massive economic swing. Free shard for Warlock, more laughter in the team.
You're a beautiful person.
Again, Cult of the Big Fry, they're controlling this game so heavily right now.
Yeah. Filsky has kind of gone quiet also. It's like his 0-2-5, which I wasn't expecting. He is just like farming. He's trying to scale right now, Midas Radiance. I don't love this build, but I think he did kind of like miss his timings a little bit. They're gonna get some towers and stuff though, and like as long as he plays, like as long as his micro is good in these later fights, they'll be fine. I'll have to like lift gyrocopters. And... yeah, it's like the main thing. Oh wait, he hasn't been what's it called? He hasn't been purging his team. I think that's a really big deal actually. I forgot. That's why Brewmaster's so good against Warlock, because the blue panda, whatever it's called, the wind panda, it's purge. It works on enemies and allies, so you can just like purge and you can take all the fatal bonds off, which is like a really big deal.
I think a lot of pings at the Radiant Tri can't hold that thought, because whole city's about to get gone on, and perhaps going in for Micro Fry. He's going to absolutely demolish the Grimstroke, but will he get away? Never mind, he's free pathing. He's
he doesn't have TP. He's like toast.
Maybe not. As that happens, Lich goes down. Back to whole city though. More importantly, he tanks a boat. He's fighting with Wife. Wife has the blade mail. In comes CD from the northeast side. LSA will split the wickets. Pulverize is there. Lena is in danger. In comes Warlock. Not that he's needed, and down goes whole city.
Yeah, that was pretty schizo of him to do with no TP. But it was kind of cool. He actually just would have been fine if he didn't run it into the base. I kind of like that play by whole city, but he died for us, so it's clearly not very useful. Or clearly not very good.
You know, small things where, again, maybe with different execution, the idea would have been perfect, but alas, 9 just run in over here and die.
Happens. Off's just farming it up with the Aegis. There's only 2 minutes on it. They're probably not gonna like break base, but they did get a bunch of the outer towers I talked about. Sonagod has also been a little bit quiet this game, I think. It's like kind of hard on Sven, but I think he made like a lot of little mistakes that ended up adding up. I forgot where his one death was, to be honest, but I don't really like his item build and like some of the choices he made, like talent choices and how he's been playing. I think he should be more greedy, and honestly I think phase boots is a lot better than treads on this hero. I see a lot of people buying phase boots. It's like kind of choice, but I would like never buy treads in this hero, I think.
If you're wondering, Sonagod died farming right near that tier 2 tower where I'm drawing the X. That's where he died earlier. He got caught by CD gank farming.
Okay.
Well, it seems like we are headed high ground. I mean, Off has crit, BKB, Ags, Satanic. Why not? Minute 20 of 2 lives to work with. Glyph comes out, and...
yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
Okay, I like that. I was when you said it, I thought, oh yeah, maybe they're gonna commit for it, but smartly they do not commit for this tower because they're gonna have to deal with like Lena stuns and like Lich armor. It is pretty hellish to go into this dire high ground. They have swap and like a bunch of shit that's just annoying to go high ground into, like ice armor. And Lena's gonna play at her tier 4s and like one-shot you, which is never fun.
So you're saying it's a classic Polar Ass draft. Mid lane, wait a minute, X mark.
Oh, wait, this is big.
Boat will be there on whole city. CD
Swap, yeah,
cannot find whole city thanks to the swap from Fox. Soulbind comes through on Venge and Sven. Pulverize is there on 80-80, goes down, and that will be Sonagod jumping on over to BKB, trying to do as much damage as he can. Wife is low, but he's not quite dead yet. 80 buys back, and now Wife goes down. So 2 for 1 buyback comes in from the Lich. Filsky is losing Bloons at a fantastic 2-man. LSA comes in from whole city. CD is stunned on that tier 2 tower, but he's purged by Micro Fry. CD's on the run, but he still goes down to that Dragon Slave. Again, Filsky is no longer in that ulti form, but Polar Ass are ready to fight. They brought down 2 and they want a lot more. LSA is a little bit off the mark, but in comes Sonagod. He's got the stun there on Off. He expires right now! Perfectly timed! He'll BKB, he'll use Satanic, healing the full anyways. Lich is incredibly low. Lich goes down. Sven is on the run, and Sven will get killed by the call down. Whole city dead. Sven of Sonagod is dead. Filsky will TP away. It will be successful. However, Polar Ass may have overextended. The fight was going well, and then it wasn't.
Yeah, they like saw that the Aegis expired, and then they kind of all in. But his Gyrocopter was strong. It was a nice patience, I guess, by often like not click any of his buttons until really late into that fight. That was kind of crazy. Did you see the Laguna on the Kunkka? He was BKB and it did like 800 damage. I don't know why that's surprising to me. Actually, I guess that hero's just bullshit. But I was like, I don't know. That's still surprising. The Kunkka was like half health BKB, and I was like, oh, I guess he's out of there. And then Hull said he presses Laguna on the BKB hero and he dies.
Now sometimes you just press BKB in current year, it doesn't do anything, you know?
Yeah.
Just die. This is why I stopped playing core again, you know? I don't buy BKB anymore. We're good. I don't think about it.
Wife has a Ags on the chicken? Yeah, he was formed. 1-1-13. That item is really obnoxious now. It does a lot of damage. And yeah. Honestly, I think I used to like flame Kunkka Ags a lot. Because I felt like this item was useless. But now it's like pretty good damage. And I like sort of understand it. Especially if you get it early on. It's like BKB has become like way too important for Dire. He's going Manta on Brewmaster. He's kind of griefing, I think, on Filski, but I guess I actually see the line. This is a cool idea for Grimstruck Bug.
Yeah.
And you got a Radiance.
Self-Purge, Radiance Aura. There's reasons for it. Perhaps there were other options, but again, you are Brewmaster, and he is a Universal Soldier, so it's not that bad.
I wish he would have won Treads though, if this was his idea, because I think buying all stats on Universal Heroes is kind of fake a lot of the time, because you're like not actually clicking. So like this is like he's a Universal Hero, so he's buying Manta, which is kind of cool. And Brewmaster can click, and he's gonna get attack speed because his like hero's bullshit. But I would have preferred to see him like buy Treads, like actually try to click more. I mean, he's gonna need a BKB to click anyways, and then he's playing most of these fights in ult form. He doesn't have the shard either. I'm surprised. I don't really know item builds on this hero though. I just see people go Vessel, and then God knows, just like auras.
Now there's two types of players in the world. There's players who play Brewmaster religiously, and there's those who have no idea about Brewmaster. And yeah, most people fall into the latter category.
I mean, I don't play this hero. This hero's like nasty, but I do see this hero a lot, and I'm like complaining about it. So now I know about it because this hero is like so unfun.
You know what's funny? Like current Brewmaster kind of reminds me a lot of about 2013 Shen, and that everybody knew it was good, but nobody wanted to play except for like a handful of very good players.
Yeah,
It's
it
like,
is
you know
funny.
what? I don't know what it does, but I just know it's good.
Those old generations are like insane. You're just able to take a big creep 0 minutes into the game because the jungle spawned instantly.
It was certainly an interesting time seeing some really good Shen players have just fantastic impact games.
It didn't spawn instantly. It spawned at 30 seconds.
It's been a while. It's been a decade. It's been a solid decade. You know, fun fact: back in 2013, if you smoked up, it could be seen if you had an Ob-Sentry combo. Wild times.
Yeah, I remember that was TI1, and then they said you have to. I remember they said that in free to play in TI1 you could see smoke heroes, and they're like, yeah, if you see a smoke hero, pretend you don't see.
LSA on Wife Laguna as well, but Kunkka is not dead. Off. Will pop the BKB in time. In comes CD, backing up a scary. Microfry and Filski are both dead. 80. Will use his Chain Frost right before he dies. Pulverize, gets canceled immediately. CD will BKB looking to run down Fox. Fox will surely die at some point, swapping by some time, but there's no living barring a miracle. Fox will get brought down by Off. One more triple kill for the Gyrocopter. Avenge Illusion is dead as well. That's a 3-for-1. One more loss for Pulveras. They're now down 10k, but again, this game is not over yet.
Yeah, it's not over yet, but it's not looking good, I'd say. That was like almost as good as it gets for Dire, but I guess, I mean, you just like press Primal Split and then they died to 10 Gyrocopter flag attacks.
A little bit too much damage for Filski to have fun this game. No fun allowed. I will say though, again, they're falling into Pulveras's trap. This is exactly where Pulveras wants their opponents. I'm only half joking, by the way. I'm only half joking.
Yeah, I know. I remember like Actually, no, that's like teenage. That's not even a good story worth bringing up. If DOS is watching this game, I remember when we played 82L, there was a team that was like that. They were like won every single season, and they were just known for sitting in high ground for.
Laguna
Wife
on
is
wife, top lane.
BKB?
Wife is simply
dead.
dead. Did not use BKB, though I don't think BKB would have saved him, so. A lot of
Yeah,
money
true,
going
true.
to Agent 07 and Sonagod. Dude, Doss is in bed right now. It's like nearly 10 o'clock. He's in bed, dude. He's definitely asleep.
He says that he's been in these casts.
Maybe. Wait a minute. Through the Twin Gate. That's a soul bind. It's a huge up coming in from Warlock. 80 is dead. Whole City is low. Down goes Filski. Down goes Whole City. One more triple kill for off. That's an absolute disaster. And Sven will most certainly die inside that pulverized duration. Ultra kill for Gyrocopter. That's a full 5-man wipe. A massive team fight win once again for Cult of the Big Fry.
Yeah, that was very nearly a rampage. If the Venge didn't die to a single tick of fucking trample, then would have been a rampage for Big Off. I mean, yeah, that was pretty schizo by Dire. They didn't have vision past the portal, and they just like ran in all at once. I guess it is kind of hard because you don't have units to send. You get these mantas, but illusions don't go through portals. They just can't.
Well, it is 15,000 lead. Edis and Cheese both headed the way of Cult of the Big Fry. I think we know what time it is. It's high ground time.
Maybe they should have primal split it and then send one guy into the portal. That would have been insane, actually.
Is that how it works?
Probably.
You tell me. I have no idea if that works or not.
I mean, they should be able to go in. I'd be surprised if they didn't. That's actually funny. I'm surprised, like, I know this is like too complicated, but like, imagine like someone was like going through the portal and you're trying to kill them. You know how like people do those like portal jukes where they'll just like channel the portal and then right as they're about to go, they'll like cancel it so that you go into the portal.
Wait, Whole City didn't BKB.
Oh,
He's just dead.
Yeah, he's just dead.
He did not press the BKB button. And now he's dead. Interesting stuff there.
Is Fox dead? Really close. If you're a ranged hero and you're playing against Gyrocopter, you like need Ghost Scepter or Glimmer Cape, I think.
Wait a minute. That's one life lost on Gyro. In comes CD, pulverizing Filski. Filski has the manta. Gets swapped, but no, swap on CD instead. Fox will die, as will Filski.
Yeah.
And off of full HP is ready to game. Sonagod wants the angle. He's got the blink, but cannot find the right target. He's Fatal Bounds, goes in for the Gyro. Gyro's BKB and Satanic. Can he get it off in time? Hell yes, he can! One more triple kill for off. His 6th triple kill of the game. And that'll be 2 G's in the chat. Game 1 goes to Cult of the Big Fry.
I've always wanted to be a giant space.
Yeah. They just got like Giga outplayed. I think their draft was even better, or at least their draft was like easier to play. Because of how the early landing stage ended up going. Just ban Gyrocopter, honestly. That's my biggest takeaway for Dire. Just too good. You picked 5 counters and it still was able to play its game 5.
The game client's out of date, by the way.
Okay.
Because, of course, why not? I will say, though, again, if you are Cult of the Big Fry, certainly a very promising game 1. Again, perhaps a shaky draft, certainly a shaky mid lane performance from Wife, and you still
It wasn't that bad.
Still a pretty dominant win there.
Yeah. They does Gyrocopter TP it into the triangle to farm with Fatal Bonds and Black Cannon, like a 5 ancient stack, and that was uncontested, and then the next 11 minutes, not only was he uncontested, but you were running into the mid tower and giving him more money. So I think that's the biggest thing, is just try to stop forcing this mid tier 1 tower so hard and try to actually go look in the side lanes. Or just try to smoke into this guy's jungle. I guess it's a little bit difficult with your heroes, but you can even do it with Sven. Maybe Sven should have been farming the top lane in this game, just to make it easier for him to connect.
We are going to cut to a very brief break between game 1 and game 2. Got any final words for the intermission, Logical?
Nah. I mean, I'm sure that this game will be closer than the last one. This upcoming game.
Very cool. Very cool. My name is Badger. I'm joined by Logical. And we'll see you in a few minutes for game number 2 of Cult of the Big Fry taking on Polar Ass.
They should sell the circlet. I don't think stick circlet makes much sense on 5. I think honestly, like most of the time on 5 heroes, I'm pretty sure you're supposed to start with 6 tangos because that is something that you can actually like feed your carry. You like can't give them salves anymore, so you might as well stock up on tangos. So I also carry should just like buy their own salve because it's more efficient healing than tangos. So if you just like buy a lot of tangos and your carry never has to.
If you think about it, this might be one of those like signature series for off. Where again, he had a fantastic game number 1.
Charming personality.
And if
You're a beautiful person with a charming personality.
if we have another pop-off game on Luna, then we're talking this is super. Okay, we've already talked very highly about off, and perhaps this is what we need is like back-to-back seasons with like these pop-off playoff series to really, put off in the conversation. Maybe even the best carry in lands right now.
Yeah.
I may have accidentally had things muted for longer than.
I saw your chat.
Oops.
It's fine.
I'm gonna blame the head cold. I'm a little sick right now.
See, I'm lucky.
I was going to cast yesterday as well, but I was like, you know what? I don't feel good. I'm not doing this. But ended up showing up tonight at least. One of the 2 casts. Surprised though that nobody said, "Hey, your audio's out" earlier than that. Would have been helpful. Oh well, you do. Quite. If we, I wonder how long we've been paused this series so far. Are we at 10 minutes yet of pause time between the 2 games?
Probably. I'm just like looking at Dota buffs and stuff now. The one team, what's it called? I feel like these guys have stand-ins. This Kirby Come team, they lost again to WSS Hellbears.
I'm surprised. I mean, I guess Kirby Com are kind of just not.
They have like a gazillion stand-ins. I feel like they have got DOS playing. That's why he's not watching.
I think they had like 1.5 stand-ins tonight, where they have like 1 stand-in for the whole series, and then potentially 2 for part of the series, as well as heard. But what can you do? Apparently, Hole is still AFK despite all chatting, so we are back. If you are just joining us, welcome to game number 2 of Polar Ass versus Cult of the Big Fry. Cult of the Big Fry up 1-0, looking to close things out 2-0. Polar Ass looking to, of course, keep their winners bracket berth alive. My name is Badger once again, joined by Logical. Hopefully, we are in for a fun game number 2.
Yeah. This Earthshaker build is so nasty now. 2 empty slots, 1 branch is like so disgusting. If you play this, you're a mid. I just completely like. I'm pretty sure the right build is just Tango's 5 branches. Cause it gives you like the most mana, and you still get a lot of damage. But you get like more W's if you just have branches. Because he's getting like 1 int right now, and this year like the whole reason it's good at laning is enchant total. But I mean, whatever. He's still probably going to be fine in his lane, and he's going to get an early bottle, which I guess is what matters. But he's going to like miss a lot of denies, I think, or like not get as many as he could.
It's one of those things where he is laning into Dragon Knight, who's kind of just like worse shaker. Obviously, a very simple way to look at it, but
I mean, he can like what's it called? I think you still deny the DK creeps. Like even if you have Fire Breath on you, if you if you just like enchant totem and hit a creep, they'll still get denied.
Ooh, that Observer Ward will spot out a little bit of trickery going on top lane. We will not see a first blood, I don't think. And look at Filsky and 80. They're recognizing, hey, a lot of damage. Let's go back off a little bit. And we are back to 2-on-2 lanes. Nothing too wild and crazy. Onslaught forward by CD. Stormbolt comes in. Bushwhack on Fox with the tree. Purge that off a little bit.
He cut it on Sunning Go, that's smart.
Good tree cut there from Sana. And again, that'll limit the damage from the Bushwhack. Alright, mid lane is already going better for Wife than last game. It's already going better. He's level 2. He's chilling. He got 7-1 CS. He was dominating these first few waves.
Yeah. I'm blaming it solely on the item build, although Wife's probably getting outplayed. He's like missing CS on Shaker too. It's not a good stat. I missed another one. Okay, that was close though. Wife didn't deny it.
I shouldn't be laughing after what I did mid the season. I should not be laughing. I'm not allowed to laugh after I played mid.
I didn't watch any LAs to be honest. I just remember I think the only ones that were really bad that I remember was the Snap Ember against that Mattigore team. That game was like unplayable.
Dude, there was the one against Squid as well. I had a rough
Which one was
time
that?
against- I don't remember, but I'm traumatized from it. And I'm so traumatized I don't
Oh,
remember
those
what happened.
Timber Ember. I don't remember what else happened in that game, but yeah, I mean that matchup is like bad, so that's whatever.
We're the top lane. A lot of brawling, but no first blood quite yet. Both subs are very low. Lord Lucy will tank a blood grenade. Filski will go for the last hit, and he'll secure it. First blood. Wait, did the missile hit the Hawk? I think it might have.
What's up?
Did the magic missile hit the Hawk there rather than Filski?
Yeah, maybe he tried to stun the Hawk so that it didn't
It feels
dive
good
bomb
to be
him.
this good.
But I think he did it too late. I think he did it while it was already in the animation, so it was already traveling.
What can you do?
Yeah, that's I mean, it's an unfortunate death, but it's like fine.
We're the bottom
Lord
lane.
Lucy.
Sonic God's in a lot of danger. Acorn Chop bounces around, and CD secures that kill. That's a big kill for Colt and a Big Fry. Sorry, you were saying?
Nah, nothing. Yeah, Lord Lucy came back with another circlet, 2 circlets now and then. Which kind of wild if you don't start with it. I've seen it on 4 also, but not that much on like 5 because I feel like you need buy tangos. It's fine though. Now you can trade really well. 70 damage nearly.
Now, sometimes you just buy stats. You just every hero in Dota is buy stats. Can't go wrong with more stats.
Wonder if he's gonna get he probably just won't buy Venge Aura early. Won't get Venge Aura early. It's like I'm like looking at it. It's like kind of makes a little bit of sense because you got Luna Aura also.
It is
like
possible
+7
we
there.
may go for like a 1-1-1 skill build, but probably not.
I don't think so. The second point of both of the spells are so good on Venge. Like the Q doubles the damage, and the W you're just like pressing the W so much it feels really nice to have a second point of it.
What can you do?
Our way has the same amount of denies as Hull City.
That's certainly good. I mean, he's, wait, no deny from All City. Now he's being his
Stun him?
kryptonite. What's going
Oh,
on?
what was that way? Stun him when he walks under the tower. Oh, that's okay. That's so fun. You got a range him.
Over the top lane, Fadebolt comes in from 80 with the right clicks on top. That's a Vengeful Spirit, second death for Venge in this lane, which obviously is not ideal, but it's better than your Luna dying.
Yeah. As long as Luna's still farming, it's okay.
Luna is farming #1 in CS right now, which, again, certainly where you want to be if you are really any character, especially a hero who loves timings like Luna.
I like whole skill build at least. I think a lot of people get this wrong, where they like skill fissure. I've even seen like really good players skill fissure, but I feel like it's a mistake. Or at least I've seen them like not max enchant totem, which I think is wrong. Like I saw GPK be like 1-1-3, I think, which doesn't make much sense. But I've seen nothing to say go 1-3-1, which I think is like reasonable. I think this one makes the most sense for this lane though, 0-3-2. It will definitely like very high chance for Wife to die on 6.
That is coming quite soon. Again, he is only half level from that level 6. Over the top lane, speaking of possible death, Lord Lucy will get dove under that tower. Stick comes through. Venge remains alive. In comes PP from Micro Fry. Bushwhack on Filski. And that'll be a dead Beastmaster. They head to Rubik, who will attempt to juke by some time to the east side. Drag off away from the creep wave. and the kill will go to off via the loosened beam. That is 2 kills secured thanks to a rotation from Micro Fry, and well, they will not kill Primal Beast, therefore it is a successful rotation.
Oh, this DD top, but Hull's not gonna see that.
Speaking of Hull, he's going in for wife right
Glyph?
now.
If he glyphs, he can die right now, Glyph. Oh, it doesn't.
Well, in comes the ulti from wife. The 2-on-2. Micro Fry is in a bit of danger. Echo Slam is there, and it'll be a dead Micro Fry. Wife wants the counter kill, and he will secure it. Now he has the 80. Dragon Tails on point. Rubik is in danger. He's got 5 wand charges. He'll use them, but I don't think he can live here, and that'll be a double kill for the Dragon Knights.
That is pretty funny, yeah. So he like got too greedy for it. That was like unfortunate, I guess. Wife is 114. I didn't even realize this. This is like kind of a bitch made skill build, but it kept him alive. And he's also playing against Earthshaker, so you know you can't.
Sometimes you just accept who you are, and you just grab 13 regen, 13 armor. You're ready to go.
Huh?
If I did that, we might have won a few more games. You know, just go 13 armor, 13 regen.
Could be. He's buying a soul ring though, which is like kind of insane. I guess I didn't really notice, but his like item build is kind of greedy. He just went starting items into stick into treads. No bracers or anything.
No bracer, no bottle. Just just buying soul ring. You see bottle at all on Dragon Knight anymore, or is that more like outdated tech at this point?
I think you can do it. I don't think it's that outdated. I don't really see people do it as much. Like people were going Falcon Blade for a little while. Soul Ring is like got buffed, so it's a little bit better now. Honestly, I'm more surprised that he bought a last game of Kunkka. I think that is kind of bad. You like a runes, I guess, and it's nice when you're going back to base, but.
Or the bottom lane, it's a death duel between the cores. Onslaught will get cancelled by Stormbolt. CD will simply walk away. Back to the mid lane, 2-on-2 going on. Micro Fry again secures the rune. This time he's hasted. And somehow nobody will die at all here.
I mean, this is like pretty good outcome, I feel like, for Dire from this middle lane. They got their shaker that they wanted, and
well, they'll get it at all. That'll be a dead shaker. And this game's now a little bit more slow thanks to one more kill from Wife again. But with the tail of that haste room, Micro Fry capitalized on Wife's stun.
Yeah, that was a really nice bushwhack. Like barely got him max range.
You know what? What is important here though is Wife has boots. He's got the brown. He's got the boots. It's very, very important.
Oh, did you not buy it on DK? Oh yeah, DK was there. I don't know.
Did I remember? I truly forgot to buy boots. Good times.
I don't remember. We like lost that game. I don't even think that was what we lost.
Over the bottom lane, Echo Slam from Whole City. But CD is playing Primal Beast, so he takes no damage. He's fine.
Hull's like mad now, but I think it's his own fault. His game is pretty bad though, I will say. Like Shaker, like a whole, you have like, your laning, and I think just this hero in general is like very easy and linear, so you like have timings that you need to hit so that you can like keep scaling. But what's it called? Now he like missed his timings because he died 2 times and he didn't get a kill with his echo, and he doesn't have a blink, so it's tough. I was playing party key games with Aoi, and he made a big deal of making stacks for Shaker mid so you could echo them. So that's also another option, I guess, that is strong.
Huh. Well, speaking of strong, Wife is quite strong with the help of Venge and Luna. You will eventually see a kill on Rubik. The Breathe Fire debuff delayed death, however, now Whole City wants to kill on Wife. Wife is dropping, and, well, he does not use that 10 charge stick in time. So the stolen Breathe Fire turned what would have been a 1-for-0 into a 1-for-1. That's a big swing there for Polaris.
Yeah, that was one play by Filsk. I'm pretty sure the only reason that they actually get that kill is because he got the skeleton creep, and he had already pre-summoned it, so he had 6 skeletons hitting the DK, which gives you 18 damage on all your other units. So it's a sign of a Beastmaster player. These guys who like in Beastmaster, these guys when not only just like take the skeleton, but you can or take the Dark Troll Summoner, but you can like also see them using the summoner and the skeletons to kill people. That's like that means they know what they're doing.
That's again, definitely not Filski's most famous hero, but again, it's a Filski classic. It's a hero who's very, very potent at. Again, it's another day of Filski Beastmaster. Mid lane seems like Whole City wants to go in for some more action, but more than likely top lane is where the fun will be. Bot T1 was brought down by, I believe, CD, but there's actually nothing happening top lane right now. There is a smoked up Oracle sitting behind Whole City. Over to top lane, onslaught forward by CD, but Filski has a lot of HP. Fox TP's in, as does Whole City. CD is out of spells, but has a Vanguard and Avenge backing him up. Lord Lucy is now out of mana, but again, it's a bit of good team play going on. Wife as a Blink Dagger goes in, looking for Filski, but Aurora's the counterplay coming in. Lord Lucy is dead. It's a lot of cores dying in the top lane right now. And with a stolen sharpshooter, CD is quite injured, but again, he's going in with the onslaught. He'll turn around to not engage instead. That's only Venge dead. A surprise, it's only Venge dead. That's a 1 for 0.
Yeah. It's okay. I thought that fight was gonna be worse, honestly. So CD went in initially, he was just trying to kill the Beastmaster creep, and that turned into a whole fight. But like he has a Vanguard, so I think it was actually a good fight what he did. I don't really like what he's doing now though. He took the portal top, and I thought he was just gonna sit here in front of the tower to defend it. But now he's like walking all the way back bottom. I don't really know what this is about, but I like that I like the way that they had the map set up when I thought that was their goal.
Well,
Venge
Venge missile goes the way of 80. It seems like Dire will let their top T1 die. Perhaps Venge will die with the tower. We'll see. Certainly wants the kill. He smells blood in the water. Yeah, it's a very, very dead Venge. Eventually.
Stop him for fun?
Nope.
Oh, okay.
Clap down. Again, dead T1, dead Venge. Definitely good for Polar Ass, but again, we are buying more time for these Dire heroes to farm. Notably, surprise, surprise, #1 net worth once again, it's off. Playing the Luna, once again grabbing stacks of Tricamp.
Yep. Had a much better lane, or not much better. I guess his lane before was good also. Had a good lane this game. Oh, it is gonna. I think it'd be a little bit difficult for Dire to do stuff without this Luna aura, because they are a little bit low damage without it. The heroes do benefit a lot from it. Like all 5 heroes, I think, benefit, or 4, I guess, benefit from having the Luna aura.
Top lane, roller on Primal Beast. In comes Whole City with the Blink Dagger. The lockdown is there, but it's not quite enough lockdown. Filski accepts the fight is lost, tries to TP, but it's canceled by Lord Lucy. In comes Wife, blinking for Fox. Oracle will get hunted on down and brought down. Double kill for CD on the Primal Beast, and what Polar Ass was hoping would be a good pick-off into perhaps a tower siege instead turns into 2 deaths. What can you do?
Yeah, that was kind of ambitious. I mean, it's a Vanguard Primal Beast under the tier 2 tower. Yeah, I don't really know if that was a smart play. I think Radiant can probably chill a little bit. I mean, they're gonna have to deal with this Luna timing, but like the plays that they're going for are not even targeting the Luna. So if they do want to do something, then they should just try to run up the Luna, I think. Just like push a lane and then try to go to the other side.
And you mentioned as well the Luna Aura. Potentially, if Colt and Big Fry want to, they can just fight around like a TP spot and then have Luna arrive to the fight late. And again, they're already winning a lot of these team fights, and that could make it all the more easier.
Yeah, that's true. I think nowadays people don't play as much to like stand in front of their carries at like this part of the game. So I mean, hopefully, if Radiant executes right, then they shouldn't be able to follow up. Like Dire shouldn't be able to react. The Luna should just like die to Earthshaker plus 1 or 2 other heroes. I see. Like what they're doing right now is good. They got a scan on the Luna. They know he's in the triangle. Looks like they're gonna just like one tap him.
Again, the smoke was partially broken, but again, it just seems like Radiant was going to get there in time. We'll get the consolation prize, that Lord Lucy Venge kill, but that is not Luna. They wanted Luna. and they did not get Luna.
Well, I mean, at least they like made an aggressive play now. I think I'm happy with the way they did this, and the Sven moved top, which is good also. Because like that's where he should have been farming actually. Maybe that's what the problem with the game was. Is the Sven was like farming his main jungle, but on Sven you kind of have to like farm the ancient area. It's like kind of hard to draw a circle, like the triangles and the other ancients in the top lane. Like I like his farm pattern right now a lot more than what it was before. I guess you need Echo maybe to hit ancients well.
And he's got the Echo Saber ready to go. He's ready to farm the ancients, and again, much like last game, there will be that Blink Dagger on Son of God. He wants to again play actively with the team. There's already that Blink on Shaker. We've got nearly the full Helm of the Overlord on Beastmaster. Perhaps that'll be a very strong point, but if we're looking at Luna, he lands Mask of Madness Manta. If he can keep on dodging, he will certainly outfarm Radiant this game. One more smoke up, 80 leading the way, pops it on Lord Lucy. Lord Lucy is not even dead quite yet. Instead, Radiant will move towards that T1 tower. CDTP's in, pulverizing the Shaker. Shaker will get saved by Fox thanks to the Oracle ult. The roar comes through on Primal Beast. Luna is in the fight. Whole City blinks away. Microfry will chase with the Acorn shot. They want the Rubik, and they'll certainly get the Rubik. At that point, Polar says, you know what, we'll cut our losses. 80, you are dead. The rest of us will disengage, and that's what ends up happening. Unless Filsky dies, look at this ward. They might know Filsky's in this area, and if they can kill him, that's a much more significant kill. And they're running forward. TP will not get canceled, never mind. Inches away for CD, what can you do?
So they get his creep at least, and they farm out this area. I mean, it's still net positive for Dire, of course. Son of God has a blink again. Honestly, I don't really like his builds. I think he's kind of just gotten like the cookie cutter Sven build, but I see a lot of people not buy blink anymore. Yeah. Alright, well, Hull City finds his first pick off of the game, I feel like. So that's pretty good.
I
guess he's kind of low damage.
I'm assuming he's got one tap by Shaker.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's not like one tap because he's kind of poor, but you got like, I'm sure it was a combination of 2 enchant totem hits and a fissure.
That's how it goes. I was watching Sonic God run away from off. I thought that'd be more interesting, and honestly, it might have been. It might have been more interesting. I'm coping, but still.
Yeah, so about this Sven Blink though, I saw like Kiritich, he's like rank 3 EU now, he's the VP carry. I was like watching one of his pubs and he was just like Phase Boots, Mom, Echo, Silver Edge, which I was like surprised by. I thought you needed Blink on this.
Right now, mid lane, team fight breaks out. There's your hits on to 80. Is safe for now thanks to the borrowed time, and now, well, we are going to see Whole City get brought down there under that bushwhack. Shaker is dead. It's not called borrowed time, is it? It's called false promise. Whoops. But regardless, dead Shaker.
Idea. You give someone borrowed time.
Dead Shaker and dead T1 tower.
80's just going straight Lotus Rush also. I would like to see them get the shard this game. I feel like that would make sense, especially with how much they're stealing Venge stun. That shit is like really stupid. I hope that we see it at some point in this game, but it's like really silly.
Oh, they caught the Son of God. He could not react in time, and that is one dead Sven. 80 has a stolen Venge missile, but again, it's time to run, it's time to hide, because you are in a lot of danger top lane right now. There's another Observer Ward to potentially play around, but seems like Polar Ass are fine for the time being.
Off-going Butterfly Satanic in the shard. Just makes sense. The shard is really good on this hero now. CD?
They want him. They've got Roar
Like,
on
he's
Phil.
still alive. Oh, maybe with Hull coming from the portal? Okay, yeah,
he did not bar in time, and as a result, they'll simply onslaught away and be fine. They still want to kill him, surely. Blink Echo will be committed, and that'll be a dead CD. No swap in time for Lord Lucy, and that's the kill they wanted. He had not died all game, and he's a long last on Primal Beast has died.
And that's unfortunate, but still it's like the offlaner, like middle of the pack net worth. It's not that big of a kill. Wife is like scaling pretty well though. I'll say he's like been pretty high impact on DK. This hero's like not that high damage, but he still made it look high damage just by like going on the right targets, and I guess the like during the nighttime moves, this Vendora or the Luna Aura has helped out.
We are going to see a trade of objectives. Polaras will grab the first Roshan of the game. Cult of the Big Fry grabbing the Tormentor instead. It's a shard for Venge. A very,
That's
very
good.
good shard, but not quite the same value as 2 lives for Sonagod.
Yeah, that's gonna push him to his BKB timing, and hopefully they can like, hopefully they can get to Silver Edge without having any like hard fights now.
Well, we have a fight brewing bottom lane. He'll just blink away on Sven. So, despite having 2 lives, he still respects the ability for Dire to fight here around their own bottom 2 tower.
Yeah, I know God's Strength they used it for early. I don't even think they used it for Roche. But yeah.
I think he used it on the Primal Beast and then used the tail end of the duration to finish
Yeah,
Roche,
true.
if memory serves. Well, we are smoked up on 4. Everyone but off is smoked. But again, if Radiant see this and they do not, wait a minute, it's a little suspicious. Smoke has popped now on 80. 80 certainly will die, and Thoski's TP gets cancelled as well. 2 big kills for off once again, and now they want a third. They'll attempt to die Fox under that tier 2 tower. Fox appears to be incredibly dead, and now is incredibly dead. 1 more triple kill for off, and so we'll throw back to game number 1, and again, it's an extended lead once again for Cult of the Big Fry.
Yeah. 3 kills. I was like tabbed out for a second. 3 heroes dead on Radiant. Another little gold injection for Luna. He's gonna TP mid. Yeah. I'm not sure 100% what timing they're gonna look for. But I mean, whatever it is, there's a good chance they're just gonna like get a racks off it.
And maybe they might want to wait out this Aegis timing on Sonagod, because again, as far as I can tell,
True.
Dire are good to chill and just keep farming, right?
Yeah, definitely. I think like especially when Off has this like satanic shard, it's gonna be impossible for him to die. The Sven needs so much item or so many items right now. He needs like Silver Edge, and he also probably needs some kind of like True Strike. Maybe it offer a Bloodthorn this game, but I mean, probably need an MKB. Okay, free kill.
Polaras seem to recognize that again, you have to strike when the iron is hot. It's go time. Problem is, again, they're just not getting the kills they want. They're getting kills, but again, it's just not these valuable core kills. It's just, Venge kill, Hoodwink kill, Venge kill, maybe a Primal Beast kill, and that is not killing Luna. It's not even killing Wife at this point.
Radiant's courier has been killed.
Did full Lotus just die in the courier, almost? Oh. What can you do?
Like half of it or so.
Tower is under attack.
80 still okay. Well, I hope they take the Tormentor then on Radiant. Get this Rubik shard because he's had Venge done for like the whole game. He can just double it.
Yeah, Rubik Shard, notoriously good in pretty much every game, especially in a game like this where when you're stealing these shard upgraded spells, it's even better.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, just the telekinesis upgrade is like it's nice also because they have a lot of like single target. You can save from DK stun pretty well. Probably pulls people out of Bushwhack also.
I wouldn't be shocked if it did, yeah. We could have a fight brewing mid lane. There's an arcane rune on Wife and Polaras. Actually, we'll head to the southeast towards the Dire side tier 2 tower. Meanwhile, it's a smoke up on 5 from Cult of the Big Fry. Looking at Sonagod's Aegis timing. There's a minute left, so that'll be there for this fight. We'll be meeting in the Dire side track camp. Fox will be the target of the broken smoke. Oracle in the back lines does a glimmer cape, and again, that will be 1 dead Oracle. We head over to 80 on the Rubik. Rubik the fall. 2 more kills for Cult of the Big Fry. Sure, it's only supports, but that will absolutely crush any pushing hopes for Polaras.
Yeah, man, the Aegis is gonna time out because of it. So that's they're not gonna get anything really with the Sage's timing. I mean, that's like the ideal fight. They just like stumbled upon the Oracle. It's the perfect target to go on first. If you're Dragon Knight.
Yeah, especially because if you want anybody but Oracle, you get saved by Oracle. Oracle's out of the equation and problem solved. You're just not a hero.
I mean, there's no Aegis, but this is honestly like pretty close to go time for Dire. They'll probably wait for like finishing the Aegis to like try to break high ground, but so right now they can probably they should probably take these top towers. They have a good the heroes are in a good spot right now. Oh, it's gonna TP top. I don't super love that, but it's I guess it maximizes your money.
And maybe they're just maybe Cult of the Big Friar is taking a little more on the conservative end. They're saying, you know what, we're gonna chill. We'll play passively. I shouldn't say passively. We'll play relatively, cautiously until there is that second life on Luna. We can, play as 4, play as 5 top lane. May grab the tier 1, may grab the tier 2, and then with 2 lives on Luna end the game.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Nice tier 1 tower finally.
A little more unclaimed gold claimed by off. Speaking of, he's headed under this tier 2 tower. Wife backs him up, Fissure on Luna. Sana got TP'd in, but didn't have Blink available.
They have solar and swap. But this guy can hit the tower, I feel like, if he wants to. But I mean, doesn't want to. That's fine. Also, like a 5-man smoke. Alright,
Here we go. Wrap around from Sana
He's
God.
Godstring.
Goes for back line. So go on Luna. But good meta dodge from off. In comes the Eclipse. Pulverize on 80. Rubik is dead. Micro fry the trade. But Luna is still fighting. It's a double kill for Sven. But it's a double kill for off as well, it appears. Now it's going to be Sana God against the world in the 1v3. He's getting stunned. He's getting brought down. It's another full 5-man wipe. And again, Colt of the Big Friar in a commanding position. And it seems like they might just take the series 2-0.
Yeah, they have Luna, and the only buyback on Radiant is Sven, so this is at least one lane, I think. They can probably just go and hit mid also. Okay, they have Glyph, which is nice.
I guess
Still,
they're going to have one more glyph when their tier 3 inevitably dies.
Yeah, so they're actually at 0 racks. It's crazy how that happens. Maybe they'll get 1 actually, because the Luna's still under no threat. They don't have God Strength or anything on this guy. Early Manta usage, yeah, so they're gonna get 1.
Radiant's top barracks has fallen.
And it's it is 1 set of racks, but again, they got the 1 set of racks without the Aegis. All I have to do is wait for our good friend Roshan to respawn, and then grab the Aegis, and then win the game, right?
Yeah, does seem that way. Ag's on DK now. Very getting hard to play.
Seems like that last fight was the all-in attempt for Polar Ass, and it just didn't work.
Yeah. I mean, I guess these fights kind of are hard, but I mean, they certainly did not start it correctly. They went on the Luna, which is just kind of short-sighted, I think, from Sona God. Because they got, even if he doesn't Manta dodge that, which in all honesty was probably just fortunate. I don't know if he was actually meaning for that, but he just wanted to spawn them to hit the wave. Then he's gonna get swapped. So you're not really starting the fight by bursting the Luna, and then if you do try to go on the Luna like that, then all your heroes are next to the Luna, and she's just gonna satanic off.
Maybe it's possible on paper to 100-0 the Luna and prevent the swap, but it's just so hard. It's just difficult.
I think the only way you can do it is if he doesn't get swapped, and even then it's difficult because they don't have Fear Strike, so you need to keep this guy stunned for a really long time.
Surely Sana God just crits every hit and Luna doesn't evade. That's realistic, right? Surely.
Yeah.
Well, we go through the Twin Gate, and now Roshan goes back the other way through the Twin Gate once again. Off will, of course, follow Roshan. And again, it seems like Polar Ass will be unable to contest the Roshan. So with 2 lives going the way of off, we know what direction we're headed. It's to the west towards this bottom lane high ground in the Radiant base. And again, if Polar Ass still have some Polar Ass magic in them, there is a chance, but it's going to be very hard to defend this.
It is very difficult, yeah. They don't have swap like last game. It's they they have to like go on this Luna, and he's like so rich, so it's really hard to do anything. I don't even think they need to react to the soft lane. Maybe they will just go stuff him out. But I think they can just like walk down mid, hit that tower, or go bottom. I guess maybe bottom is a little bit safer. All right, they should go now. They got a shield rune. That's pretty good. The top lane, like they're not gonna base race you, and Beastmaster, he doesn't have like Necronomicon or anything. He doesn't even take the buildings that fast.
Even if he did, he probably still would not win the base race.
It'd be close, cause like then you'd have a Necronomicon Beastmaster like pushing top, and then like some of your other heroes would TP, so it'd, like stop the Luna a little bit. This Dragon's Breath is like doing God's work right now. Stolen Dragon's Breath.
It truly is.
Probably not doing as well as a Venge Stun with a Shard would do, but
And sometimes you take what they'll give you. We are seeing a bit of chain stun action to delay off, but the key word there is delay, not prevents. With the tier 3... Oh no, that's the Silver Edge! That's the Silver Edge, dead on courier. He needed that item, and he does not have it. The impossible became that much more harder. It's 2 racks up for Cult of the Big Fry. Megas are in the horizon, and again, we are not far from it. The horizon is arriving very fast. Range rack's dead. Melee rack's dead. That is Megas. Meanwhile, we will see a bit of a base race. Filski will grab the top set of racks, but again, that is not a favorable trade. It is 3 lanes of equilibrium for Cult of the Big Fry.
yeah, they got Megas now. That's pretty tough. Honestly, I like this move. They still have a lot. They should like go run back at their base right now. But now, because they like reset for a second, they're gonna have like the Megas are gonna spawn in, and the Megas are gonna come into the base now also, which is gonna be really obnoxious because they really only have like 1.5 heroes that can kill Megas. Like the Sven can kill Megas, and the Shaker kills Megas poorly. Look at that. That's his cleave hit.
Here we go. Whole city's being gone on. Could not BKB in time, and now he's lost his life. Luckily, he does have buyback for the last stand of Polar Ass, but again, we will need a 9 miracle to defeat the Aegis DD Luna. Oh dear lord, 80 is dead. But again, he does have buyback.
They both have buy. They're both gonna have to use it. Otherwise, this DD Luna is gonna kill their base. DD Luna might just like kill their base. Whether they say anything, they have to go like now.
Tier 4 dead, no buyback yet. Both tier 4s down, and again,
He's just gonna hit the base. Yeah.
that's the buyback from Whole City. Fisher to stun. Soundagavo BKB looking to go in as far as he can. But look at Wife. He's on top of the throne. They can't hit him. He has the Aghanim. Sure, they're focusing Luna, but look at the throne. It's still dying. Sven will get saved with that false promise. Sven is dead, but look at the throne. It's still dying. They just can't stop Wife. What can they possibly do other than lose 2-0? Because Cult of the Big Fry have done it. They will defeat Polar Ass with the upset 2-0. They head to the top 6, and Polar Ass are off to the losers brackets.
Yeah. They got pretty outplayed this year, as I'll say. Like I think, just they're gonna have to go back to the drawing board. Maybe that's the Chalamello difference. You need him back.
And they'll have some time to reset, hopefully, take it a little more slowly, reset things going into next week for this elimination series. Who are they playing next in losers is the question. Who are they playing? Where does loser 1.4? I believe they will end up playing Carantanamo Bay in the losers bracket. I could be wrong. I'm fairly sure that is where we are headed to. Which means, again, it's going to be a very interesting series stylistically. I feel like those teams have very opposite strengths, so it'll be interesting to see what ends up happening there if that is the series. And I believe that is the series, so yeah. Either way, though, logical any more analysis for this 2-0 drubbing by Cult of the Big Fry?
No, this Dire team is pretty broken though. I like forgot about this until just now. But they got like 2 really high MMR players. It was pretty crazy. And they have Microfire also, who's like pretty high. Can you do that?
He's like 7K. He's He's not
Yeah,
currently.
yeah.
He has been in the past. So yeah. Either way, though, again, cut and dry series. Cult of the Big Fry looked extremely good tonight in their 2-0 victory. Of course, thank you to Logical for coming on tonight and co-commentating with me for this opening round 1 winners bracket Lands season 13 playoff series. Do you have any final words, call out, shout out, say to the people of League of Lands and twitch.tv/Badger Pablo?
No, not much. Pretty good, fun series. Nice and quick. Can't complain.
One of those things, I mean, for us and for Colt and Big Fry, you put on your business suit, show up, you do business, you're done, nice and early, no overtime, and it's really, really fast process there, despite a lot of pauses. So hey, and if you are in the winners bracket, if you are the funny zone, will be the next opponent of Colt and the Big Fry. That'll be a very fun series. Going to be a good one. Seeing again battle of some very very strong carry players. If you are a fan of carry, Dota, and Lads, that'll be fun. If nothing else, my name is Badger. Thank you for tuning in and watching for this 2-0 victory of Colt and Big Fry over Polar. Of course, congratulations to aforementioned victors. If you want me to cast your games, cast your tournaments, you know where to find me. Discord, Badger Pablo, or twitter.com/badger2. Especially if you're like a DPC or tournaments admin or commentator. Yep. But as always, thank you for watching and have a great night.